New Zealand should change to a 4-year or 5-year election term. When you witness the behaviour of minor parties in government, especially the New Zealand Green and Te Party Maori parties, of which the freebie seat, latter party shouldn't even be in Parliament, you soon realise that a 3-year election cycle is far too short. Better would be 4 or 5-year terms. A 3-year term comes with significant disadvantages, including insufficient time for policy implementation, political instability, voter fatigue, increased polarization, and economic disruption. These factors can undermine the effectiveness of governance and the overall stability of the political system. Disadvantages of 3-year terms. With frequent elections, there is a high risk of policy reversals, when new governments undo the work of their predecessors. This wastes resources and hinders progress on important issues. Shorter terms can intensify political polarization, as parties have less time to build consensus and work across the aisle. The focus on quick results and immediate re-election prospects can push parties toward more extreme positions, leaving little room for compromise. Governments may prioritize policies that appeal to their core supporters, rather than seeking broad-based solutions that require time and consensus building. A very obvious case of this is Chloe Swarbrick's Green Party. They are a mind-game party with no actual solutions. Holding elections every 3 years can lead to voter fatigue, where the electorate becomes tired of frequent campaigning and voting. This will typically result in lower voter turnout, reduced political engagement, and therefore undermining the democratic process, making it harder for governments to gain the public's trust and cooperation. Many policies, especially those involving economic reform, infrastructure projects, or social programs, require years to plan, legislate, implement, and evaluate. A 3-year term often does not provide enough time for these policies to be fully realized, leading to incomplete or abandoned projects. Governments may focus on quick fixes and short-term goals that can show immediate results before the next election, rather than on long-term solutions that are more beneficial but take longer to manifest. With proportional representation in government, too many elections can result in unstable coalitions, as parties may struggle to maintain alliances over short periods. So there you go, a 3-year government term is about as bad as you can get, and if you want New Zealanders to return home, big-time changes are needed right across the political board in many areas, and this is just one example. New Zealand needs to change to either a 4-year or 5-year term as soon as possible, but the optimal choice depends on the specific needs and characteristics of the political system, the nature of the electorate, and the types of challenges the government faces. These are matters that need urgent debate, especially if New Zealand wishes to become a first-world civilized country again. A term length of 4 or 5 years would be ideal because it provides a balance between stability, policy implementation, and accountability. It would allow the government to plan and execute policies effectively, while also ensuring the government remains answerable to the electorate. Thank you for listening. Geraint, on behalf of WhangareiTim.